Factorio playthrough. I started off, I want to do grid this time. And city block or grid, city block is just a way to play that's kind of aesthetically pleasing because everything's broken up into grids, and this grid can be any amount that you specify. I've chosen 100 by 100. And so this right here, our starter base fits within this 100 by 100 area. And we've got it all nice and laid out. I've been doing research because I thought that would be easier to just kind of like, hey, let's get things going, so that you don't have to sit here and watch me get all this built again. So I've also spent some time and opened up the map, and I think I want to go left over here. Is we got two giant copper patches, we've got some iron, and we have some stone, and then here we've got some coal, we've got some oil, so that's all left. And then I think we can use a lot of this area to just fill in and build. So one thing that's going to be different about this, I still want to use trains. But one thing is different is because we're limiting ourselves to little blocks, we're not going to be able to have, we'll see. But we're going to break up a lot of our processes into subcomponents or small components. Like this city block, we'll just do oil, or we'll just make copper plates, or, you know, something. It's going to be super small. Well, I still want to have a mall. This is not going to suffice. I still want to have a mall, but I think what I want to do is experiment with a better city block than what I currently have. If I come in here to, that's my 1-4 trains. I have a 1-4 train grid. Where is my, let's stamp that down. Bots are going to go nuts. Let's kill all of the wooden poles, and then I want to get rid of a lot of this stuff because I want to start kind of from scratch. Let's get rid of these. Those are roboports. Kind of was playing with something else earlier. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of all of this and this and this. In fact, let's just get rid of all that, because I kind of want to start fresh with a new idea. Because someone on Reddit said that they can fit 8 1-1s in this city block. So I'm going to try it. And this is experimentation. So what happens with this is I have one train coming in, usually comes in here. Let's get rid of a bunch of these. This is way too much. Another thing I can do is another removal and say get rid of these and these. Click it, and then whatever I select, it's just gonna get rid of those ghost images. So it comes in, train comes in from the bottom right here, and I want to come out onto another can I get it to fit there? Because I need it to come out. There we go. Get rid of that. And then we're going to have this come down, and we should be able to fit okay, we need to come into settings, interface, and set our train visualization length to 2 for this, so that when we have a train, it's only going to show 2. So that can go there. And then I immediately want to go right back into that. There we go. Now I think it's going to overlap. So if I copy this, and then I should be able to get one more in here. This might be tight. shift paste. Let's see if it connects up here just fine. Okay, so this right here is going to be kind of a cluster, but we're fitting 2 on 2. And I'm okay with this. So if I hit a train there and a train there, let's just kind of set this up as though it were live. We're definitely going to have to build some. Let's go over here. So I think I have these 2 set up to make those and make some of those. There we go. Getting some plates. It's going to make the things really slow. That's okay. We can kind of fiddle around with this after the fact, but we're definitely going to have some stops all throughout here. So I'll just wait until I get a few more. What I can do in the meantime is just kind of copy all of this. And I should be able to stick it here. And stick one there. Trying to do another universal build where we can have 8 trains come in. We may not use them all, but we'll have a station, and that way we have this area that we know we can plan for. What I also have in my train grid is some offload concepts. I don't know if I like a lot of these. They're going to have to be one-sided pull-offs because that's just how we don't have much space by the time you put a train down. If I copy that, and first let's come in here. Blueprint, I just discovered something. So if I come in here to the concept unloader and I right click, I can remove some things. If you right click, you can remove that, and I can remove that. And let's save the blueprint. So now when we see it, it's a little bit tighter. And we hopefully, nope. That's fine. It'll work there in some cases, but we're going to have, and we'll figure it out. No, let's play with it. Let's play with it. We're going to have to figure stuff out as we go. So this would be on this side. You could stamp that down, and it's pulling off from one side only. It's going to pull it out with blue inserters, and it's going to come around and then merge them back together. That's how I decided I want to do that. So we can do something. Let's see if we can do something similar over here. Because I want to be able to unload a whole train right away. But this is not going to let me do that. It's okay. We'll have to finagle it a little bit. Or if I can do that. And that is my wife on the phone. Yeah, I can't. I'd have to come under and then under there. I mean, I guess it's kind of doable. But I don't want to, I really don't want to waste a bunch of belts. Plus we're going to need all this for train stations. It's fine. We'll just have this. Well, the other option is to delete all this and have it come off on this side. Right? That into some chests, into some more. Oops. And then we'll have to put this here and here. So it's going to come right off of the train on this side. And then we can have our mergers here. like that. It's a little bit tighter. It's a little bit takes up a little bit of space, but that's fine too. And then we can copy this because we know we're going to need it over here, and we can clunk it down there, and we're going to need it here, and then we can come back into our concept unloader for this. Stick that down. That way it'll just give us a little bit of room. Oh, I forgot about these. There, I kind of like it. So everything, then we have to add some power. Let's add that power to that power. And then let's kind of keep them similar, kind of uniformed here. Put that there and put that there. Okay, so now everything has power. We've got our example trains, and this can be tweaked to do whatever we need. Let's take a blueprint of this. One thing I want to do, I don't have any lights. I would like to add some lights into this, but until I get them all going, I really don't have a reason to. Let's take a blueprint. There's Bridget. So we have our blueprint. This is a one train times 8 city block. That'll work. I want to snap this grid to, it's going to make me do it. It's off. I don't like it. And then we're going to add our tiles. Oh, okay, there we go. There's our grid, 100 by 100. We have to snap it. I say absolute, just for ease and convenience. Then we're going to add our entities. You can include your train stops if you want to. We're going to create that, and let's just put it down here for now. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. So we've got 8 drop-offs or 7 drop-offs of 1 pickup, or we can delete whatever we need to as we go along. But I'd rather stamp this down and then delete than stamp a core down and build out. If that makes sense. Another thing we can do, it's fine. So we don't have any trains on here. We're going to have to figure out some logistics. Let's go over here and pick those up and pick these up so that we now have some stops to play with. Let's put that there and that there. And we need to look at incoming trains. I really don't want to bog down the outside pass. Might have to though, huh? Might have to. So this is part of the train logistics that's probably not fun for a lot of people, because you have to really think about trains here. So this train can go out, but I don't want it to smash into another train. So if it's on the yellow, it's going to sit here and wait until it can go. And that would be there. This train would be able to come out. But I want the outside to have a flow. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want the whole outside. Because you want your trains to be able to come through here, but then go as soon as a train has passed. Let's do that. And then let's put a stop there. That's kind of a hot mess. But you have to do this kind of stuff, or your trains are going to crash. Let's just go ahead and let's just copy all this and paste it down. We'll go fix our other things later. Extras there. Okay, then we're gonna have to change this. For those, let's get rid of our outsides. I think that's all we have. There we go. So we'll get rid of our outsides, and then we can come back in and stamp down our grid again so that we have a uniformed pattern across all grids, city blocks. I keep calling them grids. Across all city blocks. That way they share the same thing. And then we're going to have to make a new blueprint. Why not? Blueprint, tiles, grid, 100 by 100. And we're just going to save this for now. Here. Right click. Copy, delete. Right click. Paste. Save blueprint. There we go. And so that's this is going to be our one by so why did I do this with my pull-offs? Well, the train system that I already have built, 1-1 train tracks. I think this is this it? It's 1-1 train tracks. I have this setup going. And so I don't like that because it's using trains. It's using this one. They don't line up exactly, but that's okay. What I want to do with this real quick is I want to edit that because I'm not going to use, I think I want to use roboports. Do I want to use roboports? It would help build distances. No, I don't want to do roboports. Let's hover over those to get those waited 18 minutes. Don't want to do roboports. So what I can do is if I go into train tracks and then click on right click, I can right click and remove these from the thing, and now they won't be used. Here's our pull off track. It's lined up just perfectly to come over here and come in from the right. And again, I'm going right track, so it's counterclockwise. So they'll come in and everything will stamp down and be right in line to where it needs to be. So that being said, what I need to do is rotate. Well, so here's the thing. If I stay right in line where my cursor is, I can go right through here and get into our things on the left side. And that's where I want my main train tracks to go. So what I'm going to do is remove this, right? We need to delete it. Just everything. Why not? And we can move it up, but what I want to do is kind of, I want to leave this here so we can use it as we need to. So I'm going to, in my train tracks, I have a roundabout, and let's go into there, right click, and get rid of those. And you might be thinking this is just overkill on the power poles, and you're probably right, which is valid. But it's working for me. It's how I've got things going. I tried doing it down the center, but you're still pulling off, and I thought, let's just grid it. I don't care. We're making a bunch of these. Okay, so this is going to be our main train track thoroughfare. And so if I come in here now and rotate this, what I can do is just stamp this down and stamp this down. You can even come up from your on your map and stamp shift, 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 shift. And so this is going to go all the way down. And I want to encapsulate this area as well. So now all I have to do is have the resources go back and forth down the track and build this all out. This is going to take a while. I thought about, you know how we kind of cheat with, well, not really cheat. We kind of give ourselves the bonus of the bots to start off with. I thought, you know what, maybe let's do Spidertron. Why not? Let's have Spidertron. But then I have to unlock the requester chests. I don't know. It's just a thing. So let me build all that out. And then what we can do, we have our template here. And so I can stamp this down with shift, and it's going to build all this out in this city block. And then we can come back in here to our trains and get the pull off and shift click that down. So I'll build all this stuff out. So what I'm doing is I have my train loop all set up, and let's stop that to manual, turn it off. And I've got a problem here. This patch kind of sucks. I don't like the way it's working. But so with a grid, I need to set up smelting on some grids. And so there's a couple ways I can do that. I think I'm going to do the second way. The first way is to just, you know, grab from here, smelt it, and pick it up. The other thing is to just grab the ore and deliver it to a smelting station, which I'd prefer that method. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to grab, let's block that off up there. And then we're going to have to clear out all these trees. Because I need to have I need to have the ore pickup, and I need to build, an ore pickup. So let's just do that. But again, this is not ideal. This is one of the downsides if you're going to do a city block, is it doesn't always work the way you want it to. Like, this is kind of stupid. But it's going to have to work the way we have it working. So let's go in here to early game. Let's pick up some of these smelters and let's run them about as close as we can get. Oh, we can run them right in there, right underneath there. Okay. It's not ideal, but this is just how we're going to work it. Straight up into that city block there. So we'll stamp all those down. And then what I want to have is our city block. Oops. Our rails. Oh, see, this is not gonna. We'll make it work. It's okay. We'll stamp this down for our rails. This will be our train loading station. So we'll have to switch all these around. It's fine. When you're first doing anything with blueprints and stuff like this, you really you're just going to have a lot of work at the beginning to get things going. So what we're going to do, this is going to look really funky when we're done. Let's delete all this. We know we're going to be able to fit these in here. So let's get rid of all of this and our wood poles. Our lights, and then we need to have our train set up here. Okay, so we've got our, oh shoot, I'm out of stuff. That's okay. Let's get rid of all these trees on the block while we're sitting here. Got plenty of batteries. We're gonna have to do some yeah, so this will be fine. It's going to be interesting how we're going to get this to fill. So it's 8 trains that we can hold. Inventory's full. It's all right. I got my trash can from my mod. So let's get rid of these wood tree parts. So yeah, it's gonna definitely be interesting. I wonder if I can, I don't think I can get from here all the way over. I could with reds. That's fine. We'll come, we'll have it come down here and then we'll come up this side. We're gonna have we'll make this work. It's not a problem. So one of the nice things you can have, well, you got your train and your loop ball set up. So now I can be like, well, I don't want to run clear back there and get, you know, I don't want to have to run. So let me just hop on a train and set my target, temporary target, and have it drive me all the way back. And this is a small loop. A lot of people, I know this style of trains is not for everyone. There's lots of people that do crosses so that trains have shorter tracks, distances. Really doesn't bother me. I need more train tracks. And so we have tracks. Let's grab another stack of those, half a stack of that. We have 700, 115. Let's grab half a stack of those. And miners, let's grab 10 of those. I have 4. Let's grab half of those. Give me 14. I don't need that. Some of those, we definitely need this stuff. You get pretty stocked up when you're doing this kind of thing. We should have enough. We got a couple trains. Let's grab these, see if we can make some more trains. 2 more. So I'm setting up my mall to begin with over here, but I can't really get products and start making belts and stuff until I get smelting going. So it's kind of you kind of have to set things up in stages here. Let's just stop there again. So you kind of have to use your starting mall to get things going. And it didn't take me long to get this far, just a couple hours. You know, you got to set up your mall and then your pre-mall and then electricity and do science and stuff. So, I mean, it does take some time, but it's not the end of the world. This is just fun. This is just when you've already beat the game, you're like, what else can I do with this? Oh, okay. Well, let's try playing it like this. Let's see if I can, you know, exercise my brain and see if this will work with 1-1 car trains instead of 1-4s. And we'll just get it going. It'll be okay. Okay, so let's start. Let's get this down. Where are we? Early game, basic mining. Let's put this. We're gonna have to put it here. Just to get it set up and going, and then we have to add another pole because it's not exactly right. So I could come up through here. Let's do that. What? How dare you? There we go. There's 1, 2, let's get 4. So everything stays there, but I don't like that. There we go. A little more uniform. I like having things nice and symmetrical. So what we're going to do is we come in here and then we want to have, this is going to be a little cattywampus, but we have 8 stations. So let's do a 4 into 8 off our belt balancers. And if I go 4 into 8, it's going to look just like this. That's fine. Let's just get it going. We got to start producing. And then this one can come right back around into here. And then what we're going to have to do is switch everything around. And these are going to be pointed this way. Those are going in. This has to go that way. There we go. So now this one is all set up. This one's super easy. We'll just switch that and that. This is not going to be the most efficient thing on the planet. We know that. We know that coming into this. But it's going to look like a spider web. It's going to be fine. And then these need to switch so that they're loaders. And then what we can do is set another blueprint, and we can set this to remove all of the belts, all of the undergrounds, all the inserters, all of the chests, and those. And I think I'm using those. So now that we have that, we should be able to just come in here and delete the parts that we want to delete. And it works just fine. Delete that, and we'll delete those. Lickety split. And then we can copy and paste this. So let's do that. Let's copy this. And then we should be able to paste it into here. And here. Oops. There. We can copy this. There we go. Put this power back on there. Let's copy things correctly next time. There we go. Now all we have to do is hook up our, our crazy array. And that's going to go into there. It's going to come down. I mean, yeah, it's going to look like a crazy hot mess, but that's okay. That's part of one of the reasons I wanted to do something different, is to stretch my brain and say, hey, let's just have some fun with it. Goes there. This comes down. It doesn't take long once you get used to the controls, and then these can just go straight up. And turn in and go there and turn right. Go there. Okay, cool. We have our our loader, and this should work just fine if we come in here and we say, hey, you're gonna go there. That's fine. And then what we can do is continue this on this side. And keep things going. Let's scoot that back just a hair. And another hair. Let's add our pole there. And so now we've got quite a bit of iron coming in. Oh, gotta hook it up. So there. Then we're gonna have 1-4 trains loading up. And we can just let this build and let this collect while we're doing other things. So this is the that's going to be our iron load. And let's get in our train, and we can manually, let's set it to manual. Let's go here, and let's go around to the other side. just for fun. And I think we have enough room here. Maybe? No. Not really. Not the way I want it to. Scoot it down 2 more. So we could stamp that down. Let's clear out all these trees again. I want to have a smelting station. Definitely going to need that. And we're also going to have a refueling station for these trains. And we've done that before. Let's get rid of all this crap. Now, there's a... I don't know if I should say better way to do that. You can create grenades and just blast everything to smithereens. I don't really like that method. But it's fine. You do you, player. You do you. So we'll pull off here, and then we're going to have to do some smelting. Let's get rid of that, and the stone, and the wood. And I could probably come in here, and we have to rotate this with R. Let's get rid of our... So that our inputs and outputs for the train are on the north. We want them to come in from the track, right? And so we got to make sure we find this thing again. There we go. Just kills those batteries on the... Okay. So we're going to have some of these coal and some of these for iron. And let's go ahead and add... Pull off. Can delete those. There. See? Blueprints. Bam. It's already done. And so we're going to have come in here and we'll do some smelting. I typically like to do, keep my setups and my processes the same. So we definitely can come in here and use our current, process for, this is going to be a tight fit. It's all right. We'll stick it there. See what happens. And we need to, all of those yellows. So almost everything's going to come out here and unload. Let's have, one of these needs to be coal. Let's make this coal. And so we can already pre-tag it. Let's do coal, unload, spelled correctly, unload 4 iron plates. There we go. And I need to go get some more belts. We'll have these down here as loaders, maybe 3 loading stations, maybe just 2. For now, we'll see how it goes. What we can do, let's cut this since we're going to have coal come over here. We'll have coal come here, and then for our bus system, we still want to have a bus of sorts, and we'll keep it tight. So we'll put that there and that there. We'll just carry, we always delete extras. Okay. Where my train at? It's over here. Need to get some more tracks. We need more inserters. When I say tracks, I mean belts. So we'll come there. Yeah, we'll build that out and put it on the right side because we can always, with the coal, we can always just keep adding more, another station or 2 smelting column to the left until we fill that up. This is not, so when you do a grid like this or a city block like this is not the most efficient, effective way. This is not for mega builds. This is just for fun. And so we're definitely going to run into some slowness. We're going to have some parts, you know, we're like, oh, we're waiting because it's just 1 car with 1 wagon. It's not going to have everything we want. Let's pick up some more of those. And I think that's it. Chest. Where are we on chest? Yeah, let's pick up some more steel chest. Where is it? It is there. So yeah, you gotta set these stations up. You kind of gotta build them out first. And then once you have them built out, then you can kind of turn them on. So we still need a few more of these collection stations. I need to make a blueprint of that too, because that's going to be universal, because we're going to have iron pickup, coal pickup, copper. We're going to have a couple pickups. So this is going to be somewhat universal. Let's just go down here and deal with this down here first. We had 18 minutes for this episode. That's probably 40 minutes. I'm out. Let's turn that off, or it'll just go back in a circle. Okay. Get rid of that. So we have our first, and let's do a pull off here. And when I say pull off, I mean bus system. And we'll just pull it off right there. Bang. Now we'll have 4 trains of, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll do 4 trains unloading into here. So that'll come in, and then we'll have these top 2. Come in. They'll come in, they'll offload, they'll balance everything, and then shoot it down. Now this is not ideal at all. You should have them come down, and around. Yep, let's do that. It's controlling Z. So we'll have these come down and then around into there. Right, because we want to be able to pick up from here as we expand this column left. I just want to get it up and running for now. So let's give this is going to be coal. There we go. It's labeled coal or iron. This is going to be iron ore. Unload 4 plates, and then we can shift left click or right click, left click, clicks and clicks. Hover over, looks like it is incorrect. I don't want it from all 1.